I'm already frightened by the title.
Church chili, baby.
There we go.
We
Like trying to keep this thing fresh as hell.
It's that. Whoa.
Dude.
Why does it look like a moldy piece of bread?
I mean, that looks really old.
You think that was in the freezer?
Yeah,
Because it looks kind of wet. It has that like sheeny, like
he said last year it had to be in the
Do
freezer.
you think it's the same one? Like that's really what's throwing me off here. I really hope it's not.
Chef Brian Tsao here, not your typical chef, owner of Mission Sandwich Social, located right here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and the only winner of Beat Bobby Flay Season 1. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Cooking with Jack's Church Chili with Chef Shon Shalit of Sunday in Brooklyn, located right here in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Welcome, Sean. What's going on, brother?
Thank you for having me.
Say hi to the wide cam behind you.
Wide cam?
Yeah, there's a little
friends.
yeah.
How are you? Hi, Mom.
So, Chef Shon
Yeah.
is the CDC chef de cuisine of the flagship Sunday in Brooklyn restaurant here in Williamsburg. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, you already know my name, Sean. You know where I work. Sunday in Brooklyn. I mean, I guess this is where I like rattle off my professional credentials,
yeah.
I guess. Cool. I've been a chef for a little over 7 years now, which is kind of young in the industry, especially when you're standing next to giants like Brian over here. I have a lifelong passion for roasting people and watching YouTube videos, so I feel like I'm in the right place for that. I'm really excited to get into the nitty gritty. Absolutely love talking. I have a huge passion for it, so hopefully I get to flex that muscle a little.
Have you ever watched Cooking with Jack before?
I feel like I may have. Like I have this like when you said it, I had this like vision in my mind of like somebody recording something, and it looked like they used like a camera from like a VHS type camera from like the 90s, and it's in a really dimly lit kitchen with like wood furniture. It's giving like Buffalo Bill from Hannibal vibes. Like, is that what this is?
You'll see soon.
Okay.
Guys, before we go on with the rest of the video, I do want to shout out all of my amazing sous chef level patrons. Guys, thank you so much for your support. You, along with all the patrons, really do make a difference on this channel. And remember, by becoming a patron, you get to take advantage of some awesome perks like early access to new episodes, but more importantly, patron exclusive content. Sean.
Yeah.
Let's do this, baby.
I'm excited. You said this is church chili?
Church chili.
Oh,
you
man.
know, at church on a Sunday in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
I'm just curious if this is for the altar boys or from the altar boys, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God. I can already tell this is going to be a good one.
Oh, no. Football finger food. I love that. Lazy man's recipes.
Church chili, baby.
There we go.
There we go. Well, you know what? I'm stopping here. I know we just started the video, but let's take a quick look at all the ingredients. Okay. All right. Now, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've made a chili before.
I actually have an extensive history with chili.
Really? Dude, this is so awesome. It just happens every guest I have on here has something like, you know, they can really relate to the material. So anyway, tell us about your history with chili before
Specifically
we go on.
beer chilies. I used to... this is a little bit before I was like full-time working in restaurants. I used to do pop-ups at breweries in New York City over the summer. And it was like predominantly burgers. Like I would just show up with like 3 induction burners and 3 like big old cast iron skillets, and I would like just cook like really like to this day probably the best burgers I've ever made.
Hell yeah.
Professionally.
Yeah.
And it was super fun, and it was only in the summer, and I was like sweating bullets the entire day. And I drank a lot of free beer.
Hell yeah.
But after the summer, when you can't have the gates open in the breweries, because you know most of these places are just like warehouses that they like put seats in. I was like, all right, cool. Like, what can I do with that one with smoke out the place? So I was like, beer chili would be the move. So like, I would like go 1 week and I'd pick up like a growler of whatever cool stout they had, and then I would like make a vegetarian version and a regular version. There were some really cool ones. Like I remember Finback used to do this beer. It was called Latte. And it was like a coffee chocolate cardamom thing. Like that made some like really, really cool chili. It almost like tasted like a massaman curry, if you know what I mean. It was really fun. So yeah, I'm very into beer chilies. This is great.
Dude, this is perfect. All right, great.
Hey guys, okay, today is my church event called the Chili Bowl. And what they do is they do flag football 7-on-7 teams, and they do a chili cook-off. So I've entered for the first time. I'm gonna try and win the chili competition. I don't know, there may be 3 people that show up. There may be 100 people show up. I have no idea.
Okay.
All I know is that I've kind of altered some chilies and things I've liked in chilies I've done from the past. So I've got it right here. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm making. This will air after the competition. I'm probably never entering the competition again. So I don't care if people know my
Hanging
recipe.
up his chili shoes, I
But I
guess.
don't want to know the recipe before the event happens. Okay, so it's
Okay. Much clearer view of the ingredients. Shon, what do you think of this ingredient set here? You know, you are right now, as of this moment in this room, you are the chili connoisseur, because I definitely don't have an extensive history with chili. What do you think?
There's a lot of schools of thought when it comes to chili. Okay. I'm of the mindset where I don't mind beans in my chili, but I've met a couple of very angry men who said if you put one bean in a bowl of chili, you've now got a bowl of beans.
Really?
So this guy is like already making a stance with the bean chili.
Okay.
Depends where you're from, obviously, but you know I'm okay with the beans.
Okay.
What kind of sausage is that?
That looks like sweet Italian sausage.
Okay.
That's
not bad.
Yeah, not bad. So it sounds like many foods, chili can be very regional.
Oh, exceptionally regional.
Can you give me a little more insight into that? Like, where would you find beans in a chili?
I'm not from where chili is made. I'm from I'm from here.
Yeah.
So when I was doing these beer pop-ups, a lot of people would come up to me and they would just spew these opinions at me as to what chili was, and I just kind of absorbed a lot of it. I don't think I like have a flag in any particular camp. As long as it tastes good, I'm usually pretty happy. Is there anything that's like really throwing me off about this photo? I don't know yet.
Okay.
Nothing's scaring me just yet, which is usually a good sign. I don't like cooking with IPAs though, because I feel like whenever you cook with IPAs, it just tastes like a dive bar no matter what you do.
Yeah.
This is some of the magic. This is Chipotle's in adobo sauces.
Classic. I love Chipotle's. Love Chipotle's.
And that's it. I'm not putting any chili powder in or anything. It's going to be the smoky goodness.
I think you could use both.
Yeah, probably.
And then if I need chili powder, I'll put it in. But as far as I know, this is the recipe.
That scares me. As far as I know, that's the recipe.
It's a confident man.
Sounds like there is no recipe.
Yeah.
And I've reacted to many of his videos. There's never a
This
recipe.
guy's more of a jazz player. He's not really playing off the book. Yeah.
You know,
this guy's noodling.
And then I got a can of corn, tomato paste, IPA beer, Laguintas.
Oh, no.
This is an IPA.
Lagunitas.
This is what I use on my sausage sliders.
Lagunitas.
Remember, and it foams.
No, he said
Lagunitas.
Lagunitas,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, whatever he says goes. So that's what we're calling it for the...
I mean, I don't usually start pronouncing it like that unless I've had 5 or 6 of them, so he's ahead of the game.
Caramely tasting. This is an amazing beer to cook with, okay?
Oh, no.
Sweet Italian sausage. And then let's clear
Mystery
this off
item.
because this is what's going to win it for me, I think.
Oh, what is that?
Is this beautiful...
Okay.
Bundle of hot dogs?
Before this opens, I already know what's in here because when I was looking for this video, right under his video was a video by August the Duck, and August the Duck reacts to a lot of Jack's videos.
Okay.
And man, all right, it's scary.
Okay,
It's scary.
okay.
Yeah.
Smoked
Like a ham
brisket.
hock or something? Oh, it's brisket.
I cooked it for 12 hours. This is leftovers. You guys remember last year I had a smoked brisket and it was
so much aluminum foil.
He said last year he had a smoked brisket. I don't know when this video came out. I'm sure it's on the older side, but I'm just going to assume whenever this video came out, he said last year. So if this was filmed in February, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that it was made in December, which is not great.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I'm hoping this is a fresh brisket. I mean, he really he's that's a lot of aluminum foil. He trying to keep this thing fresh as hell.
Is that? Whoa.
Dude.
Why does it look like a moldy piece of bread? Is that fat?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I think that's like a 7-month-old.
Is that oxidized?
I think that's oxidized.
Or is that straight up mold? Because that the brisket isn't that fatty like that. Like not like that.
Yeah.
Let me see a close up.
Look at that outer crust
Bark.
there. That it's just.
Why does it look
gorgeous.
shiny? It
So
looks
we're
like it's like
we're gonna
sparkling.
Cube this up and reheat all this, and this cooked for 12 hours. This is the meat. We're not using ground beef. Yeah. Nobody uses ground beef anymore if you want to win it.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm a big ground beef guy.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people put
You
ground
had
beef in.
meatballs? Did
All right, let's talk about this brisket right now. I mean, a way of preserving food is by freezing, right? Now, a home freezer is actually not very cold compared to a commercial freezer or an industrial freezer. Industrial freezers go very well below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
Probably like 15, 20 maybe.
Yeah. You know, the deep freezers are even lower than that. The colder you hold something in a freezer, the longer it's going to last. I mean,
Correct.
you know, that's pretty obvious. But in a home freezer where you are opening and closing numerous times, you know, I'm pretty sure this guy went to grab ice cream or, you know, frozen vegetables or something. I mean, that looks really old.
You think that was in the freezer?
I think. Yeah,
because it looks kind of wet. It has that like sheeny, like
he said last year it had to be in the freezer.
Do you think it's the same one? Like that's really what's throwing me off here. I really hope it's not.
I hope it's
but
not.
But it has
too.
that like wetness, like like when you like defrost something and it's wet because the ice formed on it. That's what that might be. That
the key ingredient on this, I'm going to tell you right now. I use ground Swedish coffee.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I think it was brown sugar and chili powder and.
It's a solid rub.
So, but it's the exact description is down below. All right, probably the hardest thing we're going to do is just cook our sausage. That's all we got to cook.
In the casing,
everything else is already made.
Usually you'd open that up, no?
Yeah,
let's get that.
100%.
Get that.
And also, his
right
pan's
now.
not hot enough. You know what? If you don't mind, hit the thumbs up. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button. It's a little thing for you, but goes a long way for this channel. Let's keep watching.
Yeah, baby. Nothing like a sizzle. I love it. Okay, this is when it gets interesting.
Oh, Sizzlers. Oh, my God.
Put everything
Such
together.
a throwback.
All right, so he cubed it.
The meat.
Okay.
I mean, I almost thought he was gonna like fry it or something. No.
So we'll put that much in for now. That's the brisket. Same with the sausage. I can't put all the sausage I want in. Most of it.
All right.
So he didn't brown the brisket at all.
That's about it.
No.
Oh.
All right, maybe a little more. There we go. That's about it.
He might as well have put in all the sausage.
He wants a snack while he's cooking.
I think he should have seared that brisket before he put it into the crock pot.
Yeah, that's. I mean, because in my mind, like if someone was like, "I'm making a brisket chili," and I didn't see this video, I didn't know what they're making. I was like, "That sounds cool." Like like you take a brisket, you cube it up, you fry it up. It sounds good. It's just seeing it like this is a little upsetting.
Well, also, I don't think he should be using this brisket at all.
Just in terms of health.
In terms of
his
health, yeah, for real. Like I'll be very honest, and please like enlighten me if you know this, but I think technically, if something stayed in the freezer 4 months, and I wouldn't know, and because I never served that, but if something stayed in the freezer 4 months in aluminum foil, which like is very volatile,
not cryovac,
not cryovac or anything, it'll have a lot of odors, but technically if it stays at a very cold temperature, it should be okay to eat.
Isn't it specifically like the fatty stuff that would absorb those odors the most?
Yeah.
And that thing looked pretty chunky.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so I'm already kind of like worried about this.
It's gonna just absorb a ton of odors, but this is coming from a home freezer. Yeah, I would not serve that.
No.
Ever.
For me, it's like, I mean, if you're freezing something, what is it, like 30 days?
At most.
And that's if it's already been frozen and it's already cryovac and it was professionally like...
Yes.
Anything past that, it's like,
Hope you're enjoying this video because there is an extended version available on my Patreon. That's right. By becoming a patron, you get to watch extended versions of certain episodes along with patron exclusive content. So be sure to visit the link below and become a patron today. And with that said, back to the episode. Right. Oh yeah. Also, when you refreeze something, that significantly reduces the shelf life. So if you receive something, it's already been industrial frozen, it's been held frozen, and you put it into your freezer, that will last no problem 30 days.
Yeah, 100%. If not, I mean, you could push it.
Yeah, you could definitely push it. But something that was defrosted, he cooked it, wrapped it in aluminum, and then into his home freezer. No, I wouldn't serve that. And he's gonna serve this to a church.
I'm about to get all DOH on you. How long was that in the danger zone for? Like raw onion.
There we go.
Just dump in the canned beans. Okay.
I like how he saved some of the sausage, but none of the beans.
Okay. So right away you said raw onion. Why? Like, what would you have done?
You gotta brown the onion.
Yes.
You gotta brown the onion.
Yeah. Huge missed opportunity. And he's putting in the corn now.
I do actually like putting corn in vegetarian chilies, but like you have to brown the corn. It's kind of like something you do to make vegetarian chilies taste more meaty. It's like browned corn and like sun-dried tomatoes. And
But do you put the corn at the beginning stage like this?
You fry it. You fry it in the oil.
Oh, okay.
Or for me, what I would always do, it's like, I mean, if you're doing a beef one, if you're doing a fat one, it's like fry the fat, render out the meat. Then you can like take the meat out and then you fry all your veg in the fat from the meat. Classic. But yeah, no, this is going to be so watery.
Yeah, it's super watery. Like, he should have at least sauteed everything, reduced the moisture content, concentrated the flavors. For me personally, I would have liked to use fresh corn, maybe make the chili and then make some kind of like corn salsa that you put on top of the chili right before you serve for a little bit more of that.
You want to go crazy? Grill the corn, make a salad out of that?
Yeah.
I mean, anything.
Putting it in at the beginning stage like this, straight out of the can, not a fan.
So I don't like these crock pots though.
The garlic.
It's like people think you just throw things in there.
See if we can shake out the paste. Come on.
No, you don't shake out paste.
Come on.
Oh, I guess he is. I guess he shakes things real good.
Damn. Oh, dude. Right there. Salsa.
That was scary, huh? What is that powder? Is that garlic powder?
That's I'm pretty sure that's the ground up the pre-minced garlic in the jar.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It almost looks like good Parmesan, but I guess it's out of the question.
Huge missed opportunity with the tomato paste. So
Fried tomato paste.
Yeah. So typically, can you tell everyone what a pinçage is?
I didn't go to culinary school. You
did? Okay. So when you typically for stocks like brown veal stocks and stuff like that, you have your onions, carrots, and celery. You saute that, and then you mix in the tomato paste, and then you cook that, and it gets lava hot. It's really like you have to be careful with it because tomato paste is pretty much all sugar, but it intensifies the flavors. I mean, you're literally browning the tomato paste along with your mirepoix, your veg, but the principle is the same for a lot of Western cookery. You want to cook that tomato paste.
I've seen a lot of people rub their meat in tomato paste also before they roast them, which is also pretty cool for stocks.
Yeah.
I've tried that a couple times. That worked out pretty well for me. It's probably the same idea.
It's the same principle though. You're going to cook the paste.
Yeah, even like the tomato sauces that we make, like we don't actually cook the tomatoes. Like we just fry the paste in the garlic and the olive oil, and then we like mix that into the tomatoes, and then we just blend it, and that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's the easiest way to do it.
But the most important part is you're cooking the tomato paste
100%.
to intensify the flavor, but then you get the bright acidity from the raw tomato.
Pour the beer in. Yes, it will cook off the alcohol. I'm going to be cooking a long time.
This is the other, if you had browned them, you could have used this to deglaze it, and it would have been all
yes,
beautiful.
Yes. Can you please run through what you would have done in this case? Like, what does deglaze mean?
Or what you would really want to do is you want to fry all these ingredients out. You want to remove the water. You want to caramelize everything, and then you get those little crispy bits on the bottom of your pan. People have like a million different words for them. Some people call them fond. And then deglazing is when you take any really liquid, like you can use a million things for it, but if you were to use beer in a chili, you would deglaze with the beer, and then that would like pick up all of that flavor that you developed on the bottom of the pan, as opposed to you throwing it in the garbage or having to wash it off at the end of your cook, which I usually deglaze because it makes cooking easier, cleaner. It's it just makes my pans cleaner by the time I'm done with it.
1000%.
And then
reacting and bubbling.
The reason
Chemistry.
I'm going to take first place is because of this magic right here.
The Chipotle.
I mean, that is going to go great in a chili, but...
And you can treat the Chipotle the same way you would treat the tomato paste. Like,
yes.
If you just like blended up that Chipotle and you had the tomato paste and you fried that off first and you threw your veg in there, it would have been delicious.
This is the thing that drives me crazy about Jack. He's putting out these recipes, but there's no technique behind it. He's literally just throwing everything in at the same time, and it drives me nuts.
That's where the fun is. It's like where when and how you add things is where the magic happens.
Yes, and I feel, and I think you as well, can take the same exact ingredient set, except for the year-old brisket, and
that would go in the garbage.
And that would go in the and make a half decent tasting chili out of what he had there alone.
This could have been delicious.
Yes,
easily.
100%.
Like even with all the canned,
And the adobo sauce, it's all mixed in here now.
And the nuclear waste brisket.
Yeah, something you did in like Fallout,
Make sure it's perfect. It's a perfect balance of everything.
Let it cook on high for 1 to 2 hours, then keep it on warm setting until serving. Okay.
I guess what's the point of even like, I know this is weird to say sometimes, but it's like at this point cooking it is not even like really like doing anything.
Yeah, more or less.
You're just boiling it. You're just reducing it.
Exactly.
There's nothing that's happening besides to like concentrate flavors that probably aren't very good to begin with.
Yes.
Which you might not even want.
Like he's gonna have an impossible time concentrating the flavors without manipulating the texture of everything in there to the point where it's just mush right? Like, so, because by the time he reduces the moisture content using this technique, putting everything into a pot versus staging it out and reducing the moisture content, everything else is just going to be this mushy texture.
Yeah, it's going to come out looking like grog or something. Some sort of like gulag meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, this baby's there.
This is the competition over here.
The kids away.
All the teams are getting ready for 7-on-7 football.
Also, like, I can't really imagine like something more, I guess, masochistic than eating chili and then running around like over an extended period of time. Like, that just sounds like such a bathroom visit.
So here's the deal. I'm at the chili competition, and I can tell you right now I'm not going to win. Let me tell you why.
Oh, no.
Number one, I don't cheat. But number two, they're letting everybody here vote which one they think is the best, and I don't think that's good. I think you should have
What?
neutral
This guy doesn't believe in
designated
democracy.
judges. So I'm going on record saying that I'm probably not going to win today. Because I'm not going to tell Jack and his friends to vote for me. I'm not going to do that. So everybody's going to go over and vote for the best chili possible.
Okay.
This guy looks like Bat Dad. You ever watch South Park?
Yeah, I've watched
This guy looks like Bat Dad. Like, you know, when the dad goes to the softball games dressed up as like Batman and starts fighting the other dads?
No, I've never seen that.
You should check it out. It's a funny one.
So he's upset that the consumers of the chili are going to be voting for which one's their favorite chili. Now, yes, there are contests where you have judges and the general audience gets to taste your chili.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm understanding, and I've done contests like this, like taco contests and stuff like that, because before I was Chef Brian Tsao, the sandwich guy, I was Chef Brian Tsao, the taco guy, because I beat Bobby Flay with a taco. But yeah, I've done both where you have a judge, but usually a lot of these contests, it's voted by the people.
That makes sense.
I don't know why he's getting so butthurt about
Does he
this.
prefer the Saddam Hussein method where people are very strongly compelled to vote for you?
Chef Shon, what did you think?
I thought a lot. I'm thinking a lot still. I do love train wrecks, and I do like this is a cringy video because it's almost like the confidence that he exudes while he's doing this.
That's the thing that, yes,
it's such a it's such like a baseless confidence. Like there's like no reason for you to be this confident with what you're doing. It's very scary.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how many books this guy's read about chili. I mean, he might need to write one so that I can read it, and then maybe there's something I don't know about it.
Maybe there, you know what it is? He knows something we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but like whenever I try to like cook something that I've never cooked before, I like, I maybe watch a couple YouTube videos about it, not from this particular creator. I might even like look up a book that has a couple
Absolutely.
recipes.
I do it all the time.
90% of the food that I make at the restaurant is either inspired by or like very much me just trying to copy what I saw without actually seeing the ingredients or something on YouTube or a book or something.
And you mentioned earlier you haven't gone to culinary school, but clearly that hasn't stopped you from moving forward in your career or being able to cook absolutely f***ing delicious food. Because, by the way, guys, if you're in New York, you need a solid place to eat and, in a beautiful neighborhood, definitely go to Sunday in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I'm not just saying that to kiss ass.
We're 2 blocks away. You could hit both of us.
Yeah, actually,
in the same day.
Yeah, I mean, we literally
Trade avocados.
Trade avocados.
We have an avocado
We have an
market
avocado
going.
exchange.
Yeah.
So I don't have ripe avocados, so I'll call up Shon and be like, "Hey, man, I need like 24 avocados right now, ripe." He's like, "I got you."
We have an ungodly amount of avocados at all times. We sell so many avocado toast, it's actually painful.
Dude, this was such a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on. Please let the audience know where they can find out more about you and where they can find you in general.
I'm probably most active on Instagram. I don't post very much. I'm like a pretty good like shit poster on the stories, if you know what I mean. It's just my name, ShonShalit. Outside of that, I live at the restaurant, so if you walked in, chances are you'd see me doing something, talking to someone, walking around, looking at something. I'm a big looker. I like looking at things.
Be careful how you say that, on this channel.
Oh no, looker as in I look good is what I meant to say.
Dude, again, thank you so much.
Of course.
And we definitely have to have you back on.
Oh, I'd love that.
And with that said, guys, hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And remember, don't be afraid to fail, because it can only make you stronger. Except with this guy. And with that said, I am Chef Brian Tsao, not your typical chef, and I'll see you really soon. Say bye. Bye back there. Bye.